Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. All the business of life that we conduct is based on a basic foundation, and that basic foundation is an error. The basic foundation is that I am the body, and inside my body there is a soul. Therefore, all the life is lived by the body, for the body, and on everybody. This is how the life is lived. And with this alone, Paramarthastu Bhupala Sankshepa Shruyata Mama Eko Vyapi Samashuddhaha Nirgunaha Prakrute Paraha Janma Vruddhyadi Rahita Atma Sarvagato Vyayaha Paras Jnanamaya Sadvihi Nama Jatyadi Viprabhu No Yogavanna Yukto Bhut Naiva Parthiva Yokshate. But what is the truth? The truth is, there is but one absolute reality which is expressing through all the bodies. Doesn't matter what that body is. Just for the sake of it, if we take ourselves to be space-like, only one sadhana, to be like space. See, what happens? The multiplicity in knowledge is on account of the forms. Forms are many. Formlessness is one. See? The changes are in the form. The formlessness does not change. The forms have a beginning and end. That which is formless neither have a beginning nor have the end. The changes in the form, they influence the form. But the changes in the form do not influence the formless. See? So when we play spiritual life, this point I have been emphasizing again and again. Don't do meditation. Don't become spiritual. Then play spirituality. See? And in that, this is the play. What it is like being space. Let us play space today. So when this is taken as an approach, then we come to know a totally different dimension of experience. And what is that dimension? That this gross world is nothing but nama rupatmakam, name and the form. And if I am the space, then none of the name and the form will influence me. What is the meaning of influence? Their presence or absence do not add or subtract anything from me. See? Now the problem is the approach of utility. When something is useful, that is taken as real. Utilitarian approach can never lead us to the absolute truth. See, there is no use of the energy in the sun. There is no use of light in the sun for the sun. It is for us. For the sun, the light and the heat is its nature. There is no use of sweetness for the sugar. See, means what? The sweetness of the sugar does not influence the sugar. In the same manner, when we take this world in me, see, when the world is in me, then the world cannot influence me. See, friends, Once this starts, then we come to know Eko Vyapi Samashuddhaha Nirgunaha Prakrute Paraha. Then, like there is one space in which all the pots are existing, and inside the pot it is the same space. So because of the wall of the pot, the multiplicity in the pot space is created. There are 10 pots, there are 10 pot spaces. So that 10 number has come from where? Because of the form of the pot. But what is the truth? From the spaces point of view, there is nothing like inside and outside. See? Because what is creating the illusion of inside and outside? The walls of the pot. And where are the walls existing? They are also existing in the space. So from spaces point of view, this illusion of in and out is null and void. The same thing is true in our experience. When I talk about I is inside the body, when I talk about you or the world, the you and the world is outside the body. So what is samsara? Samsara is giving a status of reality and validity to the concept and perception of in and out. In the deep sleep, after the body is dropped, no more identified, the concept of in and out is gone. When the concept of in and out is gone, the concept of otherness is no more existing. When there is no concept of otherness, there cannot be any desire, there cannot be any anger, there cannot be any fear. There is but absolute bliss. See friends, therefore here the teacher says, Eko Vyapi Samashuddhaha Nirgunaha Prakrute Paraha. Now is it not true that the expression of life is common? Whatever may be the conditioning, whether it is a masculine body or a feminine body, whether it is the mammals or the amphibians, whether it is the avians or the bacteria, everywhere the expression of life is common. See friends, physiologically speaking, all of us may be different from each other, body level, but our physiology is the same. Our anatomy is the same. We all see only by the eyes, including the donkeys and the insects. So expression of vision through the eyes is a common phenomena. Expression of hunger in life is a common phenomena. Therefore, when we are able to discard our association with one limited form or the body, then alone all the differences dissolve. And this is what we do. When we go to sleep, what we do? We discard our association with one body which we were holding and carrying all through our life. See? Then we come to know Eko, there is but one reality which is expressing through all the conditioning, and this Atma Tattva is Janma Vruddhi Adi Rahitaha. And therefore none of us can have the experience of Janma, the birth, growth. We can never experience we are growing. Be sincere to your own experiences. We can never experience that I am growing. Similarly, we can never have the experience of our death. What dies is the body, not the embodied. It is the same one. In this manner, Tasmat Atma Paradeheshu Sanyogo Hi Eka Evayat. Therefore, association with the many bodies does not mean that the self is many, it is one without a second. And those who are ignorant, caught up in the body identification, they start thinking that like per shoe there is the soul, in the same manner per body there is one soul. Spelling we may change, but the foolishness is the same. Therefore, ekamevam idam vishvam abhedi sakalam jagat vasudeva vidheyasya swarupam paramatmanaha. Therefore, there is but one reality which is called as Vasudeva, one and the same thing. Whatever name you may give. Vasudeva means what? Vasudeva means Shuddha Antakaran, pure mind. That which is manifesting in its full glory. In that heart, that manifestation is called as Vasudeva. Bhagavan Krishna's name was Vasudeva. See? And he was the son of Vasudeva. Vasudeva technically in the Sanskrit language means pure Antakaran. So that which is expressing in the pure Antakaran, what will be that expression? Expression will be Satchidananda. See? As is the medium through which something is expressing. If that medium is dirty, expression will be dull. If the medium is unsteady, the expression will be unsteady. And if the medium is clean and steady, expression will be perfect. See? So when the divine expresses in its full glory through any heart called as Shuddha Antakaran, three things happen. Number one, we live, alive, and we allow everybody to live. Neither we have a single sankalpa of committing suicide, ab marna hi theek hai. Because death cannot occur to the absolute. And you will see, none in this world has protected himself from this thing. Everyone, sometime or the other, had this thought of committing suicide. Everyone gets this thought. This happened in Delhi. Once I was going for my lecture somewhere in the morning. I completed the lecture, and I was coming back. There I didn't have Shyam Jai Singh. So I had to take the auto rickshaw and come. So when I was coming home, Sardarji was there who was driving me in his auto rickshaw. And I don't know why I say sometimes something, I never have known this. So when I reached my home, where I was staying, I said, Saji, marne ka irada chhod do. I don't know why I said like that. You give up the thought of committing suicide. Immediately he got down and caught hold of my feet. I said, Mujhe maar rahe kya? He said, Maharaj, why did you say like that? I said, I am sorry. I apologize. He said, no, it is true. And then he did not take money from me. He came inside, had a cup of tea and a little water. And he said, today I left my house with a view that I will go and dash somewhere the scooter and die and kill myself. And you were my first customer. I said, thank God you did not do that. See? But how did you know that I am going to do this? I said, there is none in this world who has never thought at least once, See, friends. Therefore, when Vasudeva Sandhyakaha, when Paramatma expresses through us in his full glory, we live and let live. See, friends. Second thing, when Paramatma expresses in full glory, we don't deceive anybody and never get deceived by anybody. See, we lead our life in utter alertness. How can anybody take us for a ride? See, being on the spiritual path does not mean becoming a Dumbo. The life is utter alertness. And this utter alertness is not created. That intuitive expression and intuitive experiences start happening. When I give some experiences of mine, just to tell you, I am not bluffing. If I tell somebody said like that, somebody said like that, we don't know. One more experience I'll tell you about this intuitive experience. This happened again in Delhi. You know Kishorji Vyas, now he is there, Govinda Giriji Maharaj. He was having his Bhagavad Katha and is very close to me. So I said, okay, I'll listen the whole Bhagavad. There was a huge opposite Lal Killa, huge pendal and a very big kind of stage, 3-tier stage. One very wide, then second, and then the third, and on the fourth he was sitting like that. So when I went there along with everybody, now let us carry the Bhagavad on the head, all that the traditional thing, dum 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 dum, it was going on. So I was at the back side. So Swamiji, you please come ahead. I said, no, I will not come. So that person who was the organizer, he caught hold of my hand. Swamiji, come now. I said, leave my hand and you go first, then I'll follow you. He went ahead, and the moment he put the step, that particular place where he put the step, that wooden plank, whatever it is, it broke and he went into Patal. Kya maja hai? And then he asked me, Swamiji, why did you do that? I said, Shaktasur has come. You wanted me to go ahead, is it not? I didn't know anything. See? This intuitive knowledge alone is the divine expression. It happens once or twice in the lives of the kindergarten spiritual seekers. It is 24/7, 365, those who are established in this truth. See, Vasudeva Sanyakaha. And the third expression of the divinity through us is Ananda, Sat-Chit Ananda. Therefore, such a person through whom Paramatma is expressing, he alone has fulfilled his existence. So such a person is ever cheerful. Ever cheerful does not mean all the time ha. Ever cheerful means no complaints. Functioning under zero complaint level. No complaints. No honor, no dishonor. We only read, talk or listen in Bhagavad Gita. Manapamanayoho prashantasya paramatma samahitaha. But if there is little bit of, the protocol is not maintained properly. Why did you give me a chair which is less height than that chair? Do you think I am in any way lesser Mahatma? See? Man, apaman, honor, dishonor. See? Shitoshna sukhadukheshu jitatmanaha. So two things come in our life. The things and the beings. Things come in terms of the pairs of complement, sukha, dukkha, joy, sorrow, etc. And the beings come in our life in terms of honor and dishonor. When these two things do not touch us and our equipoise is perfect, then alone we are living bliss. So when our mind is absolutely purified, that purified mind is called as Vasudeva. And through that Vasudeva, whatever expression comes, that is called as Vasudeva. And this is an experience to be experienced and not to be imagined. Therefore, Ekameka Kidam Vidvan Abhedi Sakalam Jagat Vasudevabhideyasya Sarupam Paramatmanaha. In this manner, when Nidadha heard this Upadesh, this instruction from his Guru, he also became Advaita Parayana, means what? He also got himself established in this, the non-dual reality. And as a result, he was able to see his presence in and through the total multiplicity. Ekaha samastam jadihasti kinchit अच्युतो नास्ति परमं ततोन्यत् सोहम च त्वं सच सर्वमेतत् आत्मस्वरूपम त्यज भेद मोहम. And therefore all spiritual practices try to see either Paramatma in everybody or try to see yourself in everybody. Two options are given. We will not be able to see ourselves in everybody. See? A pig is there. I am in the pig. No, I can't be in the pig. The pig can be in me in the form of swine flu. Somebody asked me when I was coming from China, when you go through the immigration, they ask 101 questions. So, do you have any symptoms of swine flu? I said, look here, I was talking in Hindi. मुझे मरना है तो मैं सुअर की मौत नहीं मरूंगा. If I had to die, I will not die a सुअर की death. Therefore, all these worldly things and beings, to see ourselves reflected is very difficult. And therefore, with ourselves, practice Vedanta sadhana. And in relation to the world, practice the path of devotion. See? Therefore, when Yashoda Maya scolded Bhagwan Krishna when he was eating the clay, I think you were a pig in the last life. So he didn't feel bad because he was. Varaha avatar was his avatar only. But if we are told that you are a pig, we cannot tolerate it. Therefore, with ourselves, go beyond the Panchakoshas and come to discover the essential nature, and the whole world is nothing but the home of the divine presence. When these two things become firm, the ultimate non-dual knowledge takes place. In this manner, in the Linga Purana also it is said, Tasmad Ajnana Molohi Samsaraha Sarvadehinam Paratantre Swatantre Cha Bhida Bhavat Vicharataha Ekatvapi Nasteva Dvaitam Tatra Kutostyaho Ekam Nastyasya Martyancha Kuto Murda Samudbhavaha. In fact, the truth is, all the samsara is only born out of wrong notions. If you ask me, in one line to tell what should be the spiritual practice, that one line is, give up the wrong notions about ourselves, about the world, about God, and about the spiritual practice. I am not telling do this thing, give up. Tyage naike amritatva manas. Wrong notion about ourselves. See? I am body, I am hungry, I am sukhi, dukhi. These are all wrong notions. And the wrong notions have got their roots strengthened only in the basic error. And the basic error is the body is mine and I am the body. On this again and again go on reflecting. How can we be this body which is neither created by us nor the body listens to us? But whole life is lived only with this understanding that I am the body. This first notion you correct. See, that is all. And then to correct that notion, start playing. When I am not the body, what will happen? First, we will not talk about body or with reference to body. Now we all have gone so many places in the sunlight, and when our shadow falls, do we talk about our shadow? In Gujarat, I think Bhavnagar, I went to some place, and when I found unwanted questions were coming, ki where from you are, why you are born, why don't you die, these kind of questions. Then I thought the best way is to bhago. I am a bhagoda. There is no point in wasting time. I said, hey, don't you have any good temple here? Yes, Swami. And then whenever I go by car, I avoid taking people who are unwanted. That is the only way. Because inside the car, when they start eating your head, you can't run away. So the person who was driving me and myself, only two of us went. and Shiva temple. So when we went there, I stood before the Lord, sun was behind me, and my shadow has fallen right on the Shiva Linga. After all that was done, we came, did Namaskar, Chamatkar, then I was standing, and then on the shadow, again one dog came, and he did Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. Now tell me, when the shadow has fallen on the Shiva Linga, or when the dog has come and done what he is supposed to do, will it be a something achievement or failure for me? Because the shadow I even don't recognize to talk about it. But look at our own life. See? I had to maintain my figure. No? What is the weight? Weight is -20. See? The whole life is lived by the body, for the body, on everybody, nothing else. The same thing becomes yoga. The more you can twist the body, the better yogi you are. More than twisting the body, straightening of the mind is required. The mind is not straightened. See, friends. Therefore, this practice, that what is it like being other than the body, this is called as practice of Vedanta. See, husband, wife, brother, father, mother, Mr. somebody, these all are born only with reference to body identification. So what should be the spiritual practice? Anything by which body disidentification will happen is spiritual practice. Anything which will strengthen our body identification, we are a samsari. Therefore, tasmad ajnana mulo hi samsaraha sarvadehinam. The moment we are convinced of this, then our life's orientation is different. One more example I will give you. What is the meaning of this? I have given this example earlier also. Once I was looking at an aquarium, very big one, and there were very different types of fish and some lump, snake kind of thing. And I was having always, as usual, my camera, so I was taking some snaps and some little video clip. So after that was over, then I put my camera hanging and then I was looking at it. Meanwhile, my friend has already placed the order and he came. He said, Swamiji, what are you looking at? I said, tell me what I am looking at. I think you are looking at the fish. I said, go ahead. And that particular fish, Finding Nemo, that particular fish you are looking at. I said, go ahead. Maybe you are looking at the movement of the fish. I said, go ahead. I don't know. Pass. Given up. I said, okay, I'll tell you. I am looking at the water and try to experience what must be the experience of the water when there are more fish added, when the fish move in the water, or when all the fish are removed. What will be the experience of the water? Now try. That is our experience. Whether the body is that of a child or the body is that of a teenager, Sri Krishna, or the body is that of an old man, all these bodies, they are like the fish moving in the water gloriously. And when we look into or we look at the aquarium, we don't even recognize the presence of the water because we are preoccupied with the name and the form, with the changes and the movement of the fish. In the same manner, when our attention is on not the changes, not the movement, not the names, not the forms, we are that conscious space which is supporting the waker and his waking world. The dreamer and his dream world. And the deep sleeper without being absent. This divine presence is all the time. But because of the wrong notions, we give more priority and importance to the body, and with that the samsara is born. Therefore, tasmat ajnanamulo hi samsaraha sarvadehinam. And this error is for everyone. See, it is not only for the children, even the grown-ups. Because in this line we have never thought of. For us, spirituality means what? Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Rata Paripalanam Athava Danam. That is spirituality. That has nothing to do with the spiritual life. Because our donation is ATG. Like you have got Parle-G. So the donation is an investment to reduce the taxes, and that can be called spiritual life. See, friends, therefore real spiritual life is getting rid of these wrong notions about our identity, about the world, about the God, and about the spiritual practice. Now what is our imagination about spiritual practice? That Darshana do Ghanshamanatha Mori. What will you look at him and do? Acha, theek hai. Aha. Don't struggle and waste for looking for him. He is looking through us. Let him express through us. See, friends, when this ajnana, the wrong notions are discarded, then we come to discover that there is but one absolute reality. Therefore, there is no duality of any kind. If there is no duality, where is the question of friend and enemy? If there is only one without a second, there cannot be either birth or death. See, this is another practice. Try. When you sit for your meditation, try. Imagine you are the only one. None other than you. This is the practice. Then try to see. Can you be called as a man or woman? Can you be called as young or old? Can you be called as a human being or animal? Can you be called as a sinner or a meritorious person? Can we be called as rich or poor? Tall or short? White or black? Now see what is the condition. Living in this 24/7 is living in meditation. When we live in meditation, thereafter whatever we do is the expression of the divinity. Yasya naham kruto bhavaha buddhihi yasya na lipyate hatvapi sa iman lokan na hanti na nibadyate. Therefore, friends, this wrong notion about ourselves has to be rejected. That is the only spiritual practice. So in this there are two aspects. What we are not is being rejected, and what we are is being asserted. And that assertion is practiced in this manner when we start playing meditation. So what it is like being one without a second. See? But normally what happens, I move so many places, and wherever, particularly, the Europeans or the Westerners practice yoga, they always have a soulmate. So, the soul and the mate, they sit together for meditation, हाथ में हाथ डाल करके, Canara Bank. And then they sit for meditation. And when the soul goes, the shoe remains without a soul. then searching for another soul. All called tunes of spirituality. See friends, ekameva dvitiya. Therefore, the real spiritual practice is practicing this. What it is like being without form? One day spent on this. See? What it is like being space? Can the space go anywhere? No. All going and coming is happening in the space. So all the thoughts, good and bad, they come and go. Like the clouds in the sky, they have no address where from they have come. And they know they don't have a destination where they are reaching. In the same manner, every thought comes from nowhere and goes nowhere. Find out the origin of the thought. It just comes, goes. That is the nature of Prakriti. In this manner, there is neither birth nor death. There is neither anything like inside and outside. There is nothing like multiplicity or unity. And in this manner, when one comes to discover this reality, Nirvanam Paramarthataha, so for him, he has attained complete freedom. Living in freedom is freedom from the load of desires. The only load or the bondage that we all carry in our life is the bondage or the load of desires. Whenever we are functioning in this world under the load of desire, there cannot be peace within. We are running after the pieces. And therefore, ajnanati virat sarvam natra karya vicharana jnanam cha bandhanam chaiva moksho napyatmado jaha. Therefore, all this thing is happening because of this wrong notion. Therefore, never get involved in cause and effect analysis. Drop that. ये ऐसा क्यों है, ऐसा ही है. Go ahead. Therefore, it is said, na karya karana vicharana. No inquiry, no getting lost. Logic is so unstable. One logic will deny the next logic. And when you are logically arguing with your friend, two things can happen. Either you are defeated, then you are defeated. Or if you win, you lose a friend. What is worth? See friends, in this manner, Nahesha Prakriti Jivo Vikrutischa Vicharataha Vikaro Naiva Mayesha Sarasat Vyakti Varjitaha. Therefore, this Atma Tattva cannot be even referred as with the form, without the form, is real or not real, it is beyond all that. Similarly, Parashara Bhagwan also says, Etasmadhi jayate vishvam atraiva praviliyate samayi mayaya baddhaha karoti vividatanu na chatraiva samsarati na cha samsaratteyam naiva karta na bhokta cha na cha prakriti purushavu. Therefore, the absolute truth that we are has nothing to do and nowhere to go. Try this practice. In the morning, get up. After you get up, stand in your room. Not in a sleepy mood, in a fresh mood. Take bath, stand. And inside the room, draw a square 2 feet by 2 feet. Stand in that square. Lift your left leg up to the knee height and chant a mantra. I have nothing to do. Put it down. I have nowhere to go. Then the right leg, lift. I have nothing to do. Then I have nowhere to go. Within that square, give it a try. See what happens. People will call you mad. Unless we become mad, the truth is not revealed. Are we not mad after money? See, those people who are day and night, running. When we are mad after money, we are working smart. Okay? But when we are mad after the God, then we are working hardly. See, friends, therefore, etasmadhi jayate vishwam. The whole world is born out of it, remains in it, comes back to it. Now try this again. Every verse is a meditation. When we sleep, where the whole world goes? It goes back and comes into us. See? And again when we wake up, again it comes out. Like a bubble gum by a child. It brings out and takes it in. Now see how it is. I'll give 2-3 examples. You must have seen when people talk together on various topics, some big kind of people gathering. Then slowly small groups are formed. And in that group people start talking on some topic. One person says, see, I was coming, from the Haji Ali side, and there was suddenly an accident, and therefore, I was delayed, and somehow I came. Virtually, I was in the accident. By God's grace, I was there. One person says, the story is over. The other will say, ye to kuch bhi nahi. When I was coming, the train ran over me. And the train fell down. See? So, wherever I is involved, that alone is important for us. Where I is not involved, it doesn't exist for us. And therefore, when the old people talk about their old times, they have lived that particular experience in their younger days. Therefore, they get inspired to talk about their old life. Jab hum jawan the, who cares? And then we say that the youngsters are not respecting us. They are not involved in our childhood. How can they get interest? See, when I went to some other countries, one, father was telling about his son. Swamiji, back home, I used to be so much respecting my father and all that, but my son gives me left and right, what should I do? I said, when you came to this country, did your father tell you, beta, don't go in India, we get food, we get everything, what is the need to go outside? Did you listen to him? No. Now you have come here to earn dollars, yes. So this is the bonus you get along with dollars. Now accept it. If you have got guts, go back. But your attempt is that in the today's Western extroverted world, where your young growing boy is living, he should behave like you were with a half lungi and putting the whole kind of thing on your head and go to the temple. It is impossible. See, friends. But we were doing it because you were Dumbo. We were doing it. See, friends. Therefore, living in the present will take away our I. Be very attentive. When we start living in the present, that I which has a history disappears. Historical I is an ego. And that I which doesn't have the history is the reality. History means what? Where there is a presence of past, present and future. Absolute is that where the division of time in terms of past, present and future does not exist. Then you ask for an experiment, but don't stay there for long, otherwise you will die. For experiment, you go and ask an old man who is just sitting by himself, nobody to talk to him. So you go and ask him, Uncle, Don't call him Dadaji, he will become angry. Uncle, how are you? Can I help you something? Where from you are? And he was waiting for somebody to listen. The only service you can do to old people is to listen to them. Nobody listens to them. That is why we become victimized. When we go to the people's place for food, naturally, Swamiji, Amari Dadi Ma, she was waiting for you to come. Arey God, I think I know the tragedy starts. And what they will talk? They will keep on talking the total past. And the moment you come in the utter present, you have nothing to talk. So that I, which has history, is the ego. And that I, which is in the utter present, without an historical background, is Paramatma. See, friends, so this I is ever present. See? And when you have discarded your past, those who don't have the past, they don't have future also. And those who don't have past and future, they are living in the present. And when you live in the present, 100%, you have to be happy. You cannot be otherwise. Because 100% living in the present is presence. See? And that is why, we all live in the present. And those who are living in the present, they alone have got the high wit quotient. And therefore they are able to see hundreds and millions of jokes happening everywhere, every moment. But those who are preoccupied with their own frustration, jane kahan gaye wo din, everything is so beautiful, but they can't enjoy it. See? One example I'll tell you, this joke I had told you earlier. A Sardarji joke, unless Sardarji comes, there cannot be a good joke. There were two of them, one Sardarji and one Muslim. They were coming from Delhi to Bombay. And then they say, come on, let's have some joke session. Time pass. So the Muslim said, his name was whatever. He said to Sardarji, okay, I'll tell you first joke. And the Muslim started telling a joke. There was one Ali. The moment it was said, there was one Mr. Ali to start with a joke, Sardarji got up, got angry and gave one hard to that Muslim fellow. He said, what happened? You are telling joke on Muslim. Sardar mar gaye kya? Now those who have the wit quotient, they have understood, laughed, and they are in the present. When you are happy, you cannot be in the past, you cannot be in the future. See, friends, this is all the spiritual practice. And when this is consciously practiced, then we come to know that the whole world is born out of I. See? Like many elderly people have this problem. If I die, what will happen to my wife? If I die, what will happen to my children? If I die, what will happen to my business? One old man, here only in Bombay, I don't know, I have not seen him last many years. He was a Sindhi. He asked me one question, this. Swamiji, I have got this fear these days in my mind. When I die, what will happen to my wife, my children, my business, my property? I am very disturbed. What should I do? I said a very simple thing. You go and ask them, your wife, your children. Then what will happen? They will reply. What they will reply? Papa ji, asi wait kar rahe, jao na. We are waiting, please go. We have this notion, we are indispensable in this world. Therefore, friend, the whole world is born from I. It is existing in I, and it goes back to I. But which I? That I, which is available 100%. 100% I is available only in the absolute. Our I is a fractional I, not the absolute I. See, fractional I means what? That I which has a beginning, that I which ends. Therefore, one of the technique of meditation is this. Start figuring out your own image in your mind. Now you are 75, like this. If we have to think about Mahatma Gandhi, what we will think about? And if we have to think about Vivekananda, what we will think about? Can we think about Vivekananda old, dilapidated, with the glasses on and somehow standing? No. We have got a clear figure of Vivekananda in our mind, a lion-like, bold young man. Is it not? See? In the same manner, today we have image about us, 25. 10 years before, 65. Then 55, 45, 35, 25, 15, 5, 4, 3, 1. Enter the womb of the mom. On day 1, conception day, zygote. Before that, were we absent? Are we born out of our own absence? What were that time? Then we come to know all the bodies are born in me. They live and disappear. But this eternal presence, never born. This is called in the Upanishadic language as the Laya Prakriya, the method of absorption. Like the telescopic antenna. If you have got only wires, they get entangled. But a telescopic antenna never gets entangled. You pull it, it comes out straight. And when you press it, it goes back in the reverse order. Exactly the same. From the objective world, come back to the senses. From the senses, come back to the mind. From the mind, come back to the consciousness. See? So the mind, senses and the world, these are the expressions of the same consciousness. So when the consciousness is manifesting, the world is created. When the world is absorbed, it goes back to the same consciousness. See? And therefore, talking in the language of physics, matter is never destroyed and energy is never created. They are exchangeable between them. Therefore, asmadhi jayate vishwam atraiva praviliyate. That from which the whole world is born, that to which the whole world goes, that alone is the reality. But he who doesn't understand this, he gets caught up in the body identification and subjected to all problems. But if we come to discover 3 stages of spiritual path, there are 3 stages which come. Stage number 1, where we are, is individuality or the Vyakti. Vyakti, I versus you, individuality. Next stage is Abhivyakti, manifestation. Life is manifesting through all of us. See? For the life, there is no Vyakti, there is no individuality. Like one lady, a Catholic lady, Kathy, name also Kathy. So she was having some blood problem, and I gave her my blood and she survived and all that. And then I was playing fool with her. I said, hey Kathy, now who are you? Are you a Catholic or a Hindu? Bottle may be Catholic, but the contents are Hindu. Now what about it? So the physiology, the life, the metabolism is manifestation or abhivyakti. See? And go beyond that. That which is manifesting as life is beyond life and therefore beyond death. See friends, electricity manifests as light. Therefore, in electricity there is no light. Light is the manifestation of electricity. In this manner, when we go from the Vyakti to the Abhivyakti to the Abhivyakta, that which manifested, this path, this journey is the spiritual journey. And this journey is not in time, it is not in space, it is not with the help of any external support. See friends, therefore, etasmadhi jayate vishvam atraiva praviliyate. The whole world is born from this I, goes back. But if we clearly understand the meaning of this I, then we come to know na cha atraiva samsarati, na cha samsaret param. So he himself doesn't suffer nor makes anybody suffer, because he has discovered his essential nature. Therefore, you will not come across a single sadhu santa who is miserable. They have plenty of miseries, more than we grasthas. See, you put on their shoes, then you will understand where it is biting. See friends, but we are so preoccupied with our own things, we don't recognize. That is why neither they are miserable nor make others miserable. Na karta naiva bhokta cha na prakriti purushau na maya naicha prana chaitanya paramathatah. Therefore, in this absolute, there is neither life nor death, there is neither jada nor chetana. See, important thing. The absolute truth is equally present in the dead body as well as in the living body. See, nothing can exist without this reality. See? But the difference is between the dead and the living body, that in the living body, the absolute conscious existence can manifest as life, and in case of the dead body, the ability of the body to allow the conscious existence to express as life, that ability has gone. Because of that, nothing has happened to the consciousness. Like between the two bulbs. In one bulb, there is the ability to express electrical energy as light. In other, that ability has gone. Does it mean that behind the fuse bulb, there is no electricity? See friends, so life is manifestation of that which is beyond life and death. Life is manifestation of that which is beyond consciousness and inertness. See friends, therefore, tasmad ajnanamulo hi samsaraha sarvadehinam nitya sarvagato ihatma kutastho doshavarjitaha ekasa bhidyate shaktya mayaya na svabhavatah. Therefore, this one absolute reality alone is the truth, and this Nitya, eternal, ever-present reality appears to have become many because of the conditioning through which it is expressing. Hereafter, he gives a lot of examples that if there are 10 mirrors and you stand before the 10 mirrors, so there will be 10 reflections. Because there are 10 reflections, it is not a burden on me or the burden on the mirror. See, in the same manner, because of the many conditionings, one reality is appearing to be expressing in multiplicity, therefore multiplicity is conditional and unity is the real. See, like one man is referred by different ways, and all those expressions are conditioned expression. Man is unconditioned existence. The same man becomes mother, then father-in-law, the son-in-law, the brother, brother-in-law. These are all conditioned expressions. And these conditioned expressions are miserable. Man is not miserable. And therefore, when my wife dies, the husband goes with her. I continue to exist. When the eyes become blind, nothing happens to the mind, because mind alone is expressing through the eyes as the vision. In the same manner, when this body disappears, which is an instrument through which consciousness is expressing as life, to that consciousness nothing ever happens. See, friends. And therefore, here, tasmat advaitamevahu munayaha paramarthata. Therefore, the wise people say that there is but one reality expressing through the multiplicity, creating an illusion of multiplicity, but the unity never gets corrupted. See? So, Advaitamahu Munayaha Paramarthata. Therefore, those who are too much under the influence of yoga or karma or the dharma or the sin or merit or going to hell and heaven, they get constipation when they listen to Vedanta. Because they are unable to drop that this is only a methodology. It is not the ultimate. In Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, 2nd verse, 1st line, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Idam shariram kaunteya kshetramitya vidhiyate etad jo vetitam prahuhu kshetrajna iti tad vidaha kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. There is but one reality which is expressing through all the bodies. See? So where is the Dvaita? Where is going to hell and heaven? Can the hell exist without Paramatma? If the hell can exist without Paramatma, it is better to go to hell because it is more powerful. Therefore, these fears of relativity totally disappear. That is why you will see no great Mahatma established in the Brahmajnana has ever bothered to take care of what will happen to him or his body. See? You will never get a Samadhi of Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya, I mean the original. Not the duplicates. Therefore, Artha Swarupam Ajnanam Tat Pashyanti Kudrishtayaha. But those who are Kudrishtayaha, ignorant, they imagine the body and achievement in this world, that alone is the reality. And therefore, Kutastho Nirguno Vapi Chaitanyatma Swahavata Drishyata Hi Artha Rupena Purushaihi Bhranta Drishtivihi. So although there is but one reality expressing through all, and the expressions create the multiplicity, and this creation of the multiplicity is an illusion. See? Like here we have got so many tube lights. So there is a more number of light points. But that doesn't mean that there are many electricities. See, once I was going to Kedarnath. There was, one or two bus load of people, and there is one place called as Rampur something. So we had to halt there for the night. And somewhere in a simple way they have made arrangement, and there was no proper light, and it was a dark night. And then, there are many people who go for satsanga, for the Tirtha Yatra only calculating, itna paisa diya, papad to diya hi nahi. They have gone there only for eating papad, nothing else. So when I was hearing these kinds of comments, I said best way is to run away. So I went on the top of that house, a flat house. And then where Swamiji has gone, where Swamiji has gone? So Swamiji has gone up there. So one by one started coming. Swamiji, what are you doing? I said, why should I tell you? No, we want to join. I said, okay, sleep on your back. Look at the sky. So I was lying down, all of them were lying down. About a dozen or two. I said, now look at the sky and tell me what is your experience by looking at it in one sentence. Don't give lecture. The idea was to divert their attention from the food and get peace. That was the main idea. So one said, oh, there are many stars in the sky. Stop. Next one, oh, there is too much of darkness. Stop. Like everybody started. Then the bell went 10. चलो खाने के लिए, let's go for food. No, Swamiji, you also tell what you have seen. I said, okay. I have seen there is a huge kadai. Kadai, that frying pan, huge one. And it is having many holes. And behind that, there is but one light. And that one light is appearing because of many holes. This is what I am seeing. So, Amiji, will you please explain more? I said, this is more than enough. I told you one line. If you can't understand this, go and jump into Alaknanda. Where is our attention? Is our attention on the common denominator? Or our attention is on the divisions and the differences? When we give importance to the divisions and the differences, we are having kudrushti, the wrong vision. But when we are able to discover a common denominator, then alone we are on the right track. Therefore, kutasthav nirguno vyapi chaitanyatma svabhavataha. Essentially, there is but one reality expressing in and through the totality. See, friends, this example I give a number of times. Again I repeat. Take the example of our mobile phones. Sound waves are present everywhere. We get an illusion the sound is coming from inside. But the truth is, sound is manifesting from inside. But the sound is available outside. So the mobile phone is in the sound waves. The sound waves are not in the mobile phone. In the same manner, you and me are the mobile phones. And the conscious space is the area of coverage. But in our sound wave, when the area of coverage is not there, you don't get anything. But in the conscious coverage, nothing is rejected. Therefore, consciousness is expressing through everything and being. Does it matter whether it is a Vodafone or Tata Indicom? Does it matter whether it is a Nokia or Sony Ericsson or the Motorola? It makes no difference. That conscious existence is a common denominator. It is expressing through all the things and beings. See, friends, when our phone gets wrong, something happens to this phone, will anything happen to the sound waves? See, friends, this conscious space is our essential nature, and in this conscious space, all the bodies are like the different mobile phones. They are moving. They are becoming enlivened as long as there is a SIM card in that. Remove the SIM card, the phone is dead. It is no more functional. Remove the SIM card, you are dead. Therefore, to have the sin is good. We are alive. And what is the sin? The sin is we have mistaken ourselves to be the body. The moment the body identification is discarded, thereafter the wise man is already dead. There is no more I expressing through that body. It is only the Paramatma who is expressing. See, friends, because there is no more any sin card. And this is the sin. Mistaken identity. This is the problem. Identity crisis. Bhagavad Gita tells only this. The whole problem of Bhagavad Gita is only to bring to our cognition that Arjuna was suffering from a disease called as identity crisis. As to who is he? Whether he is a grandson or a disciple or a warrior or a brother or a brother-in-law. See, friends, The moment the identity crisis is corrected, all the problems disappear. The moment we come to discover our correct identity as the conscious, blissful, undivided, non-dual, homogeneous self, the samsara and the problems of relativity, they become only historical illusions. They have no stability. Therefore, yada pashyati chatmanam kevalam paramarthatah. So when we are able to see ourselves to be the absolute one and not the relative one, on this, try these meditations. Sit down and then play. I am a husband, and as a husband, I am sitting for meditation. Your wife will make you miserable. After you have become sufficiently miserable, switch off. Take another position. I am the son-in-law, and sit quiet. Then you will start talking to yourself. Such a nice mother-in-law. How can to such a nice mother-in-law such a Rakshasi is born? See? After you are glorified by your mother-in-law, stop. Then become a father. Sit down. Then you start talking to yourself. Other people's children are so nice. I don't know why God has to give me such a terrible child. After you have become miserable, stop. Then now last play. Now remain as Mr. Nobody and play. See? So what is the sin? Sin is association with the finite, thereby creating a personality or a Vyakti, and that personality or the Vyakti, that suffers. Come to cognize this, friends. Once we get clear about this, then we will start living in this world like Bhagwan Sri Krishna lived. How he lived, he did not become serious for any reason. First. Second thing, he himself has decided, I shall not take the Shastra in the hand on the battlefield. He decided. When it was required, he took it. What is important? Truth is not important. Life is important. No, prana jai, par bachana na jai. Then suffer. See, friends. And in this manner, lead every day fully and completely like him. And those who live fully and completely, they alone have come to know Maya matramidam dvaitam tada bhavati nirvrutaha tasmad vijnanam evasti na prapancho na samsriti. Therefore, whole world is nothing but an illusion projected by the mind. And once this is recognized as an illusion, we enjoy. Don't we enjoy the movies? Why we enjoy? It's a good time pass. In the same manner, don't suffer. Live very much in this world, but without suffering. Then alone our Vedanta Jnana becomes perfect. In this manner, the world becomes an illusion according to Vedanta, and the world is nothing but a big mega drama. Krishna Leela, Rama Leela. Whether you call it as a Leela or illusion, meaning is the same. In illusion, things appear but are not. In the drama, things appear but are not. So whether you take the path of devotion or you take the path of Vedanta, both of them mean the same. And what is that? Be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.